So, real quick before the podcast starts, if you guys enjoy it, remember to... Fuck, I don't even remember my own intro. Leave a like, subscribe, fucking watch till the end, please. Someone watch the full podcast, please.
Anybody. No one's done it yet.
Someone's probably done it. Surely.
I looked at the watch time, like the average is like 0.2. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, not good.
But it's
not good. Pod of the Dead. We're here. We made it to episode 3.
Woo!
Crazy. Now we're better than, what, like, let's say like 60, 70%? That's that same wavelength shit right there. That's why we are roommates.
That's why we are roommates and also podcast partners.
Podcast extraordinaires.
Partner casts of the dead.
God, I hate you.
They fighting. Partner of the dead.
Yeah, cats were fighting. That's what Jack was referring to there. Cats were getting into a little tussle. That's irrelevant. We're here at Pod of the Dead. We got some cool stuff to talk about. A lot to get into. First of all, we got some perks.
We got perk bottles.
We got
they
perks.
Came in. We got. Let me see. We got.
You don't need to go through all of them. We got like all of the old perks.
Yeah.
All of the like non-Cold War bottles.
I'm gonna list all of them.
You don't have
Jug,
to.
Cherry, Double Tap 1, Bubble Trade, Mule Cake, Double Tap 2, Speed Cola, QR, Stamina Up, Who's Who, Flopper, Tombstone, Widows, and Deadshot. You did not put these in color order. You fucked that up, like, really bad.
I put them in the order that they were in the shopping cart.
You went green, blue, yellow, blue, purple.
It really doesn't matter.
What made you think that was the plan?
I just put them in the order they were in the shopping cart, and then I didn't care, because whatever.
Well, we got perk bottles now. They're sick.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're quite nice. We've got them along with the other props. They kind of block out the ray gun a little bit.
Yeah, but the ray gun is tall enough. I think it's still fairly visible.
Yeah, you can still see it. You get the gist of it. We got a ray gun back there. You know we're packing.
You know we packing.
Don't mess with this podcast.
Yeah, because we got a ray gun and shit.
And we got all the perks. We drink them up. We got fucking...
Perkaholic up in this bitch.
Up in this biatch, yo.
Fucking God.
We've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so we kind of every once in a while, mostly him, but occasionally me as well. We're just kind of speak like Jesse or Walter, and it's really funny.
It is quite funny. That's irrelevant. Let's talk about zombies. So we got some stuff to go through. Couple of things that I wanted to talk about. We're gonna start with the less like big and obvious one, which is going a little bit more into Forsaken. We've had a little bit of time to kind of sit with the map, kind of let it rest a bit. I've had more time to play. Jack hasn't really put a whole lot of time into it, and by that I mean he's played, I think...
Since the last time we played, I have played one game. One more game. And that was all I did. Yeah,
so this is mostly going to be me here talking about this, because I'm the one who has the actual, like, experience.
I didn't think it was funny. We have a little topics channel for our ideas, and then you kind of just listed things that you could talk about, and then we're like, yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun. And I was like, okay.
Listen, it's all relevant stuff. I don't know what else to talk about. It's stuff that's happening right now.
Swing perk bottles.
I mean, yeah, we talked about the perk bottle. We're not gonna rank the
perk episode.
We can do a perk episode at some point, but that's not relevant right now.
You think that's what we would do now because we have the perk bottles.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more relevant. Forsaken. Yeah, so a little bit of time with Forsaken. I think it still, for me personally, holds as probably the best in Cold War at this point.
Yeah, from the way that I've looked at it, it seems like the best. You know, I haven't done a lot of playtime in them, but it seems like the best map in Cold War, just because it's super sick the whole time.
Yeah.
And it just is sick, stays sick, has the flu, has the cold, whatever you need it to be, it is.
Yeah, the spawn room is still super cool. I think it's gotten even better for me. I still really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's really good for camo grinding. You can camp in there, and it's like a pretty fun area to run. It's really fast.
Do the rounds always stay like that?
If you don't leave the spawn room, yes.
But you can't get any perks in the spawn room.
Death perception.
How does that really help? How do you stay in the spawn room on that map? Yeah, War Machine.
Not War Machine. Use the Death Machine.
Oh, yeah.
So you run Death Machine, you sit in the Death Perception corner. Death Perception helps because extra intel, the armor damage, and also extra salvage.
How do you continue to get enough salvage to buy Death Machine that was all around like 70 or whatever you...
By 70 you have so much salvage, it's not even a problem.
No, but how did you get to 70?
I mean, you just play until you have 100 salvage. You buy a death machine and then you kill with it and conserve ammo as much as you can. And then
until you die, just like you will someday.
You hit me with it early, man.
Someday you will die.
You hit me with it early, man.
You're gonna die.
You don't have.
You will fall into the endless pit, the void. And then soon after, you will be long forgotten, in this realm or any other. And there will be nothing left of who the man you used to be.
Oh, fuck.
You will be gone. No one will ever love you again.
Yeah, so I really enjoy Forsaken. I think it's quite fun. I think it's been fun. Something I didn't really enjoy about it personally, the Easter egg is so mid on the map.
I know nothing about it.
The Easter, let me tell you, it's like all of the other Cold War Easter eggs, but this one is like the easiest of all of them, I think.
What even happens? Didn't like Samantha get shot or something?
She didn't get shot. She goes into the dark ether again.
Hype.
Yep, it's cool.
Yeah, give me a rundown.
Yeah, so in the Easter egg, you get there and they're like, "Hey, we gotta get Zykov. He's super important for the intel."
Zakhaev?
No, Zykov.
Like the one from COD 4?
No.
No.
No, it's Zykov. It's the guy who originally like sealed off the dark ether in the bunker. You know.
Okay, sure.
He got trapped in the dark ether.
Sure.
And they wanted to get him back out of the dark ether because he was like communicating with them through the dark ether or something. And they were like, "Okay, he probably has intel. There's this big bad guy called the Forsaken, who is super powerful, and he's gonna like kill us all. But Zykov knows some shit. We get him out, he'll help us. He's got it on lock."
I don't think he. I think I doubt that he helped us in our quest. Is that correct?
Yeah, he comes out and then he's like, "Aha, I'm the Forsaken."
Lol.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisies. Sorry, buddy.
Dang. Yeah, so he's the Forsaken, and then he comes out and he starts causing problems. And then you gotta like, there are a couple.
Hold on. So the map is named after the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And is he the boss fight?
Yes.
Imagine they just like named Zetsubo Takio fight. They were like, "All right, guys, this is Dragon / Nikolai in a mech suit." Like just
Panzer Soldat.
Panzer Soldat. That's the name.
The moon. That's the Drak.
I was like, "No, you're thinking Earth," and then I realized that you were not talking about Moon. Whatever. But that Forsaken is a cool name for a map. But then they bring it to like, there's context. It'll be cooler, and it's less cool now. It is now significantly less cooler of a name. And then they're like, it's actually the big boss of the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the second DLC of Cold War called Orda. That's really funny now. I'm just thinking about that.
Dude, I love the idea of Moon being called Earth. That's really funny to me. That's so funny. You just pull up, you're like, "Okay, what are we playing today?" Earth. And then you go to the moon and you're like, "What the fuck? This isn't the Earth, what?"
The first DLC of Black Ops 3, Big Keeper.
Launch map, small keeper.
Small Keeper. Big sucky boy in the sky.
Squid Game.
Oh my fucking god.
Dude.
Shadows of Evil is Squid Game. Oh my god.
Dude, that popped into my brain. I was like, "Oh my god.
Holy
oh my
shit.
god."
You have to hit. Oh my god.
That's really funny.
Revelations and Shadows of Evil are just Squid Game. They just call Revelations Shadow Man. Oh my god.
Tree. That's Zetsubo.
I got it. Oh my god. Warden. When did this bit end? When it stops being funny is the answer.
Big robot.
Big robot.
Fireman.
Big fucking thing.
What map is that?
I don't know, big one. There's a lot of maps with big fucking thing in it. Horizon, Origins, Shadows, Moon. You could say the Earth. That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
Big boy in the distance who showed up that one time. Was that even anything?
I don't know. There was some like deep lore with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, but like it was Orta.
It's crazy. They were foreshadowing Cold War that far ahead.
Zetsubo is just Spidey. Big Spidey.
Spid Raid.
Let's move on from this bit.
Yeah.
It's really funny, though.
My favorite is still Earth. No, my favorite is Squid Game.
Squid Game is really fun.
Oh, we have fun here.
Shadows is Shadow Man 1 and Revelation is Shadow Man 2.
Mob of the Dead is Warden 1. Blood of the Dead is Warden 2.
Mob of the Dead is the pain inside us all. Yeah, we gotta move on. This has been way too long.
Listen, it's funny, and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I'm sure anybody watching this is probably laughing along.
No one's made it at this point.
That's probably true.
Hit us with the...
We could say literally anything.
Comment beneath the video if you are here right now and give us your favorite name for a map that's roughly associated to a mob. Or not a mob, that's Minecraft. To a boss in the map. Let us know.
Nobody's watching at this point.
I know, but if they are...
We could say literally anything.
But if they are watching...
Be pretty cool.
And they want to let us know. Try those comments.
Yeah. Hit a comment. Slide us a comment.
Slide.
You know. You got it.
Slide right in our comment section.
Let's talk about zombies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
that's knocked.
Zombie. Insane zombie.
Oh.
Wet zombie.
Oh my god. Wet zombie. Metal zombie.
I was gonna go with like factory zombie. Performer zombie. Wait, what do you got?
Fast as zombie. Fast and zombie. It's funny because of a place that I know. we gotta move on. We've been here for way too long.
we were talking about Forsaken, that's right. Oh yeah, the Easter egg. Yeah, the Easter egg is so mid.
It's mid.
Yeah, so the full process of doing the Easter egg. Okay, so you gotta get the crystal axe first. You need that. And then you gotta build something. So there's like a lockdown step you gotta do, and then there's just some like various shit. And then you've gotta get some crystals. So here's what happens. You press a button in like the observatory or the tower thing. Cutscene happens. It's cool. And then
he's like, oh, I'm the Forsaken.
Yeah, Zykov comes out. He's like, haha, I tricked you. And they're just like, oh shit. Okay, we gotta stop him. Yep. So then you're like, okay, you're kind of in like a dark ether type thing now. It's like the map looks a little cooler. It's kind of neat. And then you've got like these crystals around. So there's like orbs. You shoot the orbs. You break the crystal. And then a Margwa guy spawns in. You throw the crystal into his mouth and you kill him. And he drops like a little catalyzed crystal.
Sure.
And then you go and build a thing. You do like a few random steps. You gotta like drive an RC car, and then you gotta do a lockdown step and stuff like that.
Drive an RC car because this dude's chasing you with some like electric shit. You just have to keep running, and then you keep coming, and then you have to get it to this certain point. And we had a really hard time doing it. I'm making a reference to, I don't remember what the map was called. Nightmare.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nightmare.
Forgot about that.
Fun map.
Really, it's a cool map.
Idea that I come up with right now. We should do a custom map of the week.
That's a great idea.
Custom map of the week.
That's a good idea. We will start that next podcast. 100%. Next podcast, tune in for the custom map of the week.
Custom map of the week on probably Black Ops 3, but maybe World of War, but probably Black Ops 3.
It'll be Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3.
We might throw in a World of War occasionally just to switch it up.
Every once in a while, maybe a World of War. But if you want a new custom map to play, coming up here every week, we got you with a custom map of the week.
That's a good idea. That's a good fucking idea. You didn't need to do that. Anyway, okay, so
that was the promo of the custom map of the week.
Forsaken Easter egg.
Forsaken Easter egg, yeah.
So yeah, so you get the parts for the thing, and then you go to a build table that's in like the first area after you leave spawn, like the town area.
Sure.
And you build that, and then you've got to like escort it, right? So you take it through like the just back end of the town basically area, and then it's just a little escort thing. There's some like process to it, and then you're in the boss fight.
No, I'll say the way you described it made it sound like a perfectly fine Easter egg to me.
Okay, it sounds fine, but then you can complete it in 14 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that the way you described it made it sound quite easy. Or quite...
Yeah, it is quite easy.
Nope. Quite normal, I meant. That's just the way that you presented it. That could very well not be how it is. But, like, that seems like how it is. Like under Eisendrach, you show up and you're like, oh, gotta kill some zombies, put them in the thing. You get a bow, and then you do the bow, upgrade the bow. You go upgrade the bow, and then you're like, I can't remember what happens next. Moving on.
Yeah. So anyway, then you're in the boss fight, and the boss fight's like really mid because it's just kind of like, oh, there's this big guy, he's big purple crystal man Forsaken, and he's just stationary, and then you just kind of.
Is he the dude?
What dude?
Is he the multiplayer guy? The Warzone dude? Who's out early?
No.
No? Okay.
No, he's a big he's like a big fucking purple fuck off crystal man. And
Okay.
he's got like weird tentacle arms too. It's kind of crazy.
Squid Game 3.
What's Squid Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, so he's just kind of sitting there, and then you just kind of shoot his armor off. He's got like crystals, and then there's like stationary cannon things, and so Maxis has to like power them. Maxis is in the fight, by the way. She's here, but she doesn't actually do anything. She just kind of like sits above you, and then you kill zombies in like a ring.
What happens if you're also Maxis? That's your operator.
She's just there with you. She's just chilling.
Man, this is so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, so she's just chilling there. You're in like a ring. You kill zombies. And then Maxis charges up like the cannon thing. You hop on the cannon, you shoot the guy in a certain spot, and you just kind of hold it on him for a bit. And then you just basically repeat that 4 times. And then he'll like regen his armor after a few of the phases. And then that's it. And that's the whole Easter egg.
That's the Easter egg. I was lots prepared. I'm putting less effort into their boss fight than we did to our podcast.
I don't think that's true, I'll be honest with you.
It's a jokes guy.
I don't know if it was.
Okay, so what else do you have to talk about, Vanguard? Nope. What else are you talking about, Forsaken? I almost called it Vanguard again.
I don't know, but that's I think enough Vanguard talk because what are we at?
You said Vanguard.
That's enough Forsaken talk. We've
Let me check the topics channel.
Well, I know what we're talking about next.
High rounds.
Yeah, I don't care about those.
Side eggs.
Yeah, I don't care. We've talked enough about Forsaken and like fucked around talking about Earth and Squid Game. So let's move on to the actual juicy stuff that's been happening. That's like big relevant news to zombies, which is the Vanguard trailer and a bunch of reveal stuff happened. So now we got a little more info on Vanguard zombies.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, let's move on.
So the Crovy.
No. There's a little bit more. There's some interesting stuff with Vanguard. There's some cool stuff with the reveal. We got the fucking wet zombies is returning.
Wet.
Yeah, Shino Numa is going to be in Vanguard, which is interesting.
Which is cool.
It was trending on Twitter earlier, which is really cool.
Yep.
Really nice for zombies players. You see Shino Numa trending. You're like, what the hell?
Like, hey, that's
It's cool.
my thing. I know that guy. Wet.
That's what you think. You see Shino Numa and you think, that's a wet map.
You think wet and you think 13,000 or whatever it is.
It's only 10,000.
Boo. Get fired. Lol. Cringe. What do you...
You look at Shino Numa and you just go, That's awfully moist.
That's moist.
That's awfully moist.
I'm ready for Charlie to just scoop that boy up, make that his property.
Good one, man.
Moist esports.
Vanguard zombie.
Vanguard zombies.
We're getting off track a lot in this. We have like topics, and then we're like.
It's because I don't really care about what we're talking about very much. If I'm being honest with you, these things are not very. I don't really care about them.
We gotta talk about them though, because it's relevant shit.
We do. We are a Call of Duty Zombies podcast.
Yep.
And that's what we do here. We talk about zombies.
Yep. Yeah. So other stuff with Vanguard. What other stuff with Vanguard? So.
Big fucker looks cool.
Big fucker looks cool. That's true. Big like forum guy or whatever at the end. He came out. He was cool. He was pretty scary. Like that. Like him.
Look him. If you haven't seen it, this is what he looked like. And that was him.
I'm terrified just looking at you.
That's everything you need to know. If you want to move on, skip to this portion of the video. No, I'm kidding. That's all you need.
Yeah, so other stuff. Field upgrades are coming back. The Cold War field upgrades are going to be here, but they're going to be a little bit different because they're like...
that skull thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a skull thing, and then they have like voice lines and stuff, which is interesting. They've got like personality. There's like Dark Ether like lords that are attached to them that like lend you their power.
Yep.
Ring of Fire is back, Ether Shroud, all of those are coming back.
How many of the things that they're putting into this do you think were ideas that they had for the future of the Chaos storyline, and they were like, fuck! We messed... Oh... Let's hold on to this for later. And now,
I bet you there's some stuff from Chaos, but a lot of this, to me, looking at it, feels like World War II zombies. Because a lot of it, the art direction and stuff seems to be headed by Sledgehammer. That's what it looks like to me.
Ooh.
It's got a lot of like World War II look to it. Like World War II zombies in this look very similar to me.
Yeah, I haven't looked at World War II very much.
Yeah, no kidding.
Telling you, when we get back to the episodes when nothing's happening, I thrive.
There's like a bunch of shit happening for zombies right now. There's like a bunch of big shit, and Jack's just like, oh, I don't care.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch enough of the Vanguard stuff, and then Cold War is mid zombies game.
That's just not true.
It is mid.
You wanna get into some discussion about Black Ops 2 later, and I'll defend my decision for it being one of the worst zombies games.
Your shit.
We'll get into this later. Okay, clearly Jack is unenthused, so I'll try and make the rest of the Vanguard stuff a little quick so that we can get into the actual interesting discussion, like ranking the perk
bottles. We haven't tested out the peaking of these mics yet. That could have fucked everything up.
I mean, maybe, but then at that point you just kind of take the audio and you just go whoop for that second.
Yeah, no, but I think it'd be really funny if I didn't do that.
I don't know. I don't want to destroy ears. Yeah, so we got field upgrades are back. The Pack-a-Punch is back. It's the same machine. The craftables are back, which is interesting, a little bit worrying for the balance of the game, I think, because in Cold War the craftables are fucking crazy. Super OP. There's like a new thing. There's like a random upgrade system, which is kind of weird. Not sure exactly how that is gonna work, but you pick up like loot from zombies, and then it's like a new upgrade station. You get like perks and shit from it. You can get like one of the things they showed off was like. I feel like I'm being sabotaged on our podcast. I'm trying to be quick about this. I'm trying to just go through shit, list off things.
Alright, you continue. I'm asleep. I sleep. I must conserve energy.
For the perk ranking next week.
Next week?
Something that's worrying to me about Vanguard is that what it seems like is that for the launch we're not going to get like a round-based map. They talked about it being some weird like Outbreak round-based fusion type thing.
What?
What?
They said that?
I think so.
That's so cringe.
I think I heard that. Yeah, it's like I told you it was like a combination of like round-based and Outbreak type.
Yeah, I know.
Weird
I
thing.
feel like they might feel like this is the direction of the game.
Yeah.
Because I know I saw that quote. I think I Charlie Intel, and I understood that as this is the direction we're taking the game. And
okay.
a somewhat of a fusion Outbreak round-based sort of way.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it's gonna play out. 'Cause they did say so. There's like a big main area. There's like a hub area. Zombies come in there, and then you can progress through that area. And then that's where you get like your upgrades and stuff. And then there's portals, and you go to like the different maps. That's where you go to like the multiplayer maps and like Shinonuma and stuff.
That's where that multiplayer map was in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's mid.
Yeah, that has me concerned because see, Outbreak is fun as like its own thing, but like I'm a round-based boy. I think most people are at this point.
So then the way that I am understanding this is like what has occurred was that Treyarch was prepping their own shit for Cold War II, Afghanistan, and then Sledgehammer was like on their knees, like, please bring zombies, for the love of God, and they're like, we don't have fucking time for this.
There's like, God
fuck
damn it,
off,
God
please.
damn it. I guess here.
And then they were like, fuck off, please. And then they were like, no, we're gonna get Dad. And then they went and got Activision, and then Activision was like, just make the fucking game. Just make it. And they were like,
make it and have zombies.
We can't do it. We don't have time. They're like, just make like 20 meters of area, and then use the other assets. Jesus Christ. As the 8-year-old that is Sledgehammer is pissing its pants in the other room. And Treyarch, who's like the 20-year-old who's still living there because he needs to hold down the house for the rest of the family, you know? Mm-hmm. That's what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is my theory.
Yeah,
and this is real, by the way.
It really does feel like a situation where, just like Cold War, they're low on time. This time they can't even get a round-based map to start with. That's what I think they said. I think there's not going to be a round-based map on launch.
You could be wrong. You could be right. You could be right.
Could be wrong. Could be right. We don't know.
Video's going to stop in maybe 50 seconds.
Okay, so
when that happens, I'm going to go look at that. And then I'll come back and give my thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna break now. There will be no break for you. There is no meme. And we're back.
It's mid.
Yeah, no, looking at it again, watching like the trailer and stuff again, my opinion is that they should have just taken a break from zombies.
Just take a fucking break.
Like, I had this opinion before, but watching it again and just kind of looking at things, I'm like, why do we need this?
We don't need it.
Like, we could have just been left with Cold War zombies. They could have done like a second season or something. That could have been the third mode.
Just hold off, and then like make Cold War II, what did I call it? Afghanistan even better.
Yeah, but I mean, you know the reason why though is because Activision sees that zombies is doing really well, and they're like, hey, we got a new COD game coming.
More of that.
More zombies in that.
Fucking fired.
More zombies in that because it'll get us more money, and if you don't get us more money, then you won't be making Call of Duty anymore.
So cringe, dude. It's so cringe.
Yeah, I really don't think we need Vanguard zombies.
Oh, I'm so sad about it, dude.
I really like Cold War, man. Like, I wish Cold War was getting more support. Sick, man. Like, I think Cold War is a really good zombies game. I would love if it got like another season of maps, or if we had like a Chronicles 2 type situation, which was rumored a while ago. People were talking about that. That would be really cool.
Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna do like unabashed, here's maps that we've already done, look at it now. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Chronicles is hype.
Yeah, Chronicles was sick.
But when you do what you did in BO4 and go, this is our new map, Alpha Omega, it's mostly Nuketown.
To be fair, Alpha Omega is like a bad example of that, because it's like...
Here's Togder Toten. It's mostly Call of the Dead.
Togder Toten is a better one, because it's more of like the Call of the Dead play space.
Here's Classified. It's 5 with an extra room.
Classified I don't think is necessarily as fair, because it was just like a bonus launch map.
I don't give a shit. Here's fucking Blood of the Dead. It's blood with a little more area.
Mob with a little more area.
It's Mob of the Dead with more area. And it just, like, do shit that people in 10 years are gonna look back and go, God, I miss that.
Or shit that people just go back in 10 years and like, I want to play that. That happens with like BO1 and BO2.
Yeah. like,
because we look back and we're like, these are good maps. This is fun gameplay, if maybe a little bit poorly aged over time.
Yeah, but whatever. I go back and want to play Kino, regardless of how much I think that it's a bit of an overrated map. I still love Kino.
BO1 is fucking 5 is super fun. Shang is really good to go back to. Mob, obviously.
Yeah,
shit like that.
And like I will go back and play that. I sit there and go, God, though, like, I don't know if anyone will sit there and think of Cold War and go, those were the days. People say now those were the days with BO1, BO2, World of War.
Yeah.
I don't like obviously someone's gonna do it. Like, I'm not like, this will never happen. No one will ever love Cold War ever. But like, just let me less. Less people are gonna be like, God, I really miss those times I did you just hop on Cold War with the boys.
I don't know, man. I think that maybe for like the veteran zombies players that won't happen. But Cold War pulled in a lot of people to zombies. There are a lot of like more casual players who really fucked with it.
I don't know. I just don't see it.
I'm willing to bet there will be like a big group of people who like were first introduced to zombies in Cold War or first really got into it with Cold War. I'm sure there will be people looking back and going, man, Cold War was really fucking fun. I enjoyed the zombies a lot. I had a good time grinding with the boys, getting my camos and shit.
Yes, but I don't know. Zombies to me has never been about grinding.
I mean, yeah, but that's an aspect that's there now.
I know, but it just hasn't been about that, and to me it takes away.
I like the grind aspect of it.
Of fucking course you like the grind aspect of it.
Listen, I'm just saying that's like a part of it. That is part of what made Cold War fun for me. I like that grind. I like that like goal and that progression of going for like Dark Ether.
No.
All right, man. I think that there will be a lot of people who positively look back on Cold War. I think there will be a similar amount of people who look back and go, what the fuck happened? Which I think obviously is kind of a difference. But I think that there are a lot of like...
It's more polarizing.
It's more polarizing because it's different. It changed shit up.
As you can see, it's polarizing.
Yeah. Line in the sand here, boys.
Line in the sand.
I still think Cold War is like the second or third best zombies game right now.
Because you're stupid.
It has a lot of stuff that some of the other games just don't have for me.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Why is that bad?
Shit, boy.
Black Ops 2 is still a mid-zombies game. I do not care. Black Ops 2 as a whole is not very good. Black Ops 1 is better. Black Ops 3 is obviously better. Cold War, I think, is overall a better experience.
Okay, I want to put you just temporarily in the mindset of, you know, knowing for a fact that Origins is a very good map. It is a top tier map. Just put you in that headspace, okay?
Okay, Origins is a top tier map.
Origins is top tier.
I feel like a degenerate.
Mob is a 9.7. Origins is a 9.4.
Okay.
Okay? Just
okay.
With that mindset.
Okay.
Buried is bare minimum passable.
Yep.
That rise is shit. Transit shit. However, town is fun. Nuketown's fun. Secondary game modes, those are fun to break up the monotony. Farm is shit. Bust Depot shit. We don't talk about those. It's a good game. It has the peaks and the lows of zombies. I completely agree that Die Rise and Transit are bad. However, again, Transit fun with the homies. And we haven't ever played Die Rise. We should play Die Rise soon.
That's true, we should.
We should play Die Rise.
We'll do the Die Rise cast.
Die Rise. Die Rise. But yeah, we'll do the Die Rise. But then Die Rise is fun still, I think. Transit's fun. And BO1 has Moon. And that just means it can't be better.
Okay, but think of it from this perspective then.
Okay.
You've got Black Ops Cold War, okay?
Okay.
You come in, you've got D Machina. Pretty solid map, nice little fun survival map kinda.
Sure.
Got some cool stuff going, got some different play styles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very fast high round strategy if you're like a more casual player who wants to get to high rounds, it's really good for that.
Mm-hmm.
You've also just got like the base Cold War mechanics, which are obviously really good. That progression. You saying the base Cold War mechanics aren't good? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes.
We'll come back to that. We'll circle back. Anyway, you've got like the Cold War like base stuff there, and then you've got like the Cold War progression as well, the integrated progression, which is huge for zombies. Especially for me, I really like that. I like the being able to level in zombies and have that be a global rank. Being able to level up guns in there and get camos and stuff.
Fair.
That was enjoyable, especially once like we started getting into Warzone as well. Being able to level shit in zombies and then bring it into Warzone, I fucking love that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. I don't really care about like MP and stuff because it's multiplayer, but that progression and just having that sense of being able to get through stuff, really good. And then you've got Firebase Z, banger fucking map, really good, really fun, good stuff. Then you've got Outbreak, which is its completely own thing, really fun if that's what you're going for. Personally, I think it's kind of mid most of the time, but when it hits, and it's really fucking fun. So Outbreak's good. You got Mauer der Toten, banger map, really fun. Got a really good Easter egg as well. I like the Mauer Easter egg quite a bit. It's fun, good map. I fuck with the high round strat on that map quite a bit. I think it's fun, good times.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
And then you've got Forsaken, which again, banger fucking map, really fun, super sick setting, easily the coolest in Cold War, and like just a solid setting for a map. Really fun, like spawn area and stuff. Really cool aspects of the map. I like the arcade and stuff. That's really sick. So essentially, what I'm saying is Cold War has all bangers, basically.
Well, my argument would just stand by. It just isn't like this isn't what it's supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Zombies, as it lived, was a you show up, this is what you have at your disposal, go. And that is what it, until Zombies died in 2018, what it was. It is no longer the same thing. It is now what Activision was like. People play a lot of multiplayer. Why do they do that? Because they can get camos and level shit. And they were like, then put it into zombies. Make it zombies.
I don't think that's true though. There are so many fucking people who were asking for progression in zombies to carry over.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like a base weapon in Cold War on those maps is mid. Like you need a kitted gun for salvage, for equipment, for damage, for range damage, for reload speed, for ammo. You need all these various things when that to me isn't what zombies is. You like on any given game. BO3 is a little bit different because you got gobble gums, so you can say that. But in any given game from World War II, arguably but probably not BO3, you can go into any given game and you have the exact same amount of opportunity as any other person in that game, regardless of who you are, how long you played. You always have the same situation every single game you go into, and that is not what happens in Cold War. It does not happen. It kind of in BO3, probably in BO4. I don't know enough about BO4. I didn't play it.
Yeah, it happens in BO4.
But that just to me isn't what it is. That's not what it's about. And it's just doesn't like feel right. It all feels a bit too like manufactured. Zombies always to me felt different. It felt like a game that was like as I don't remember where I watched it. It might have been like the History of Zombies thing. It was like the 2-hour long video that I recommend them all the time. It's like the History of Zombies. There's a picture of Nox in the front of it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it might have been in that. I'm not sure, but it was just being like Zombies was built with like as a passion thing. It started not because anyone told people to, but because they were like, what if we just made like this kind of thing? And that's what it is to me. to me, that is what Zombies is. It's something that care and support was put into by people who wanted to make something good, and it wasn't a side mode. It wasn't the third mode of the game. It was Zombies, and Cold War. It is the third mode of Cold War. It is like from these points onward, it was the third mode, rather than it being Call of Duty Zombies. The love that Treyarch gave it, that Jason Blundell, that Zimmy Zielinski gave it. I'm getting deep with this shit. It feels more. I feel like I'm going harder than I should. I feel like I'm coming across harder than I should.
Maybe a little bit.
My apology. But
yeah, because to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like, to me at least, it isn't that deep. I don't, I guess, have the same emotional connection to Zombies, which is obviously relevant here because this is a very like emotional thing for you. Yeah. For me, I'm just like, Cold War is really fun. I like having that progression. I enjoy that. I think it's a nice change of pace. I think being able to level guns in Zombies is really fun. Having that progression of going into a match and feeling a little weaker and then leveling your shit up a little bit, getting some crystals, going back into that match and being a little bit stronger. I think that's a different sense of progression, but I think it's not a bad thing. I think it's just different.
To me, it's not progression, it's discouraging. When I show up and play and I'm just not strong enough. I don't have the capability to do things. And even then, like, you know, on a lot of maps, especially on BO, I think one of the best parts of BO1 that I don't really talk about very much, at least personally, maybe something that everybody else talks about, I don't really know, is the variety in weapons. Like, at any point, Commando, Galil, AUG, RPK, HPK if you suck.
HPK?
Yeah.
You mean the HK-21?
No, the HPK. What's the HPK?
That's the BO3 gun.
Yeah, HK-21 if you suck. Pack-a-punch shotguns are all really good in BO1, I feel like. A lot of the all the 3-round burst guns that you have pack-a-punch, those are all also viable. When in Cold War, the way that I always felt, like while everything is viable, you have to, like, the time it takes to get a gun from level 1 to level 50, level 55 or whatever it is like hours and hours of playing.
The leveling in Cold War and in Zombies in particular, I think, is too slow. That is something I will agree with.
But I'm saying is that you go through that grind to get a gun set up once, and you're like, fucking God, that took so long. I don't want to do that again. And then you run with the XM4 for the next 2 years until Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War 2 Afghanistan comes out. And then you're like, oh, okay, and then it's too slow then again, and you just keep doing shit with one gun, because why'd you do with any other gun? It takes so long. When in BO1 you have all those options. BO2 is a little bit more limited, but BO2 has a more wider range or wider array of like wonder weapons, I think, and secondary ways to kill zombies and shit. To me personally, it does. And then BO3 is its own whole thing. Yep. Every gun is viable, which, while it kind of solves the problem of some guns not being viable, it's also a bit much.
I don't think that's even a problem. I think that with Zombies from before, you kind of needed stuff that wasn't viable.
That's fine.
I think that is kind of like an inherent like just difference. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just kind of different in Cold War. You can't have a gun that's not viable, because if you do, then you basically can't level it in Zombies.
Yeah, and you just can't have that.
Which, yeah, there are some guns that are obviously going to be worse for you in Zombies, but everything is going to work up to a certain point.
There can be the meta, and then there can be guns that you can use in a game, you know?
Yeah.
But it just, like, isn't what I feel like everything is supposed to be. Which is why we'll never rank it that high. It's got good stuff, but it does not feel like what Treyarch put as, this is our baby. This is the thing that we have that everyone else tries desperately to copy and to give the same attention. However, they're doing that because Activision told them to, and it will never be as good. I don't think ever that another company, another Call of Duty company, will put out a mode that is as good as BO3 and before of Zombies. I don't think that will ever happen.
I think it probably won't because of Activision meddling.
I mean, yes. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that they put too much into like it kind of felt like maybe too incentive based, you know, whereas Zombies is never incentive based. The first incentive given like by the game was, hey, look at these little scratches on your name in the skull. You can get some shotguns next to it. And that was the first incentive that you were ever given. You know, and then in BO3 it was like, hey, here's gums, here's liquidivinium, here's
like weapon leveling and stuff.
Levels and shit.
But only for zombies.
Which, you know, it's whatever. You feel how you feel about it. It's whatever. I don't mind it. I don't mind it because it doesn't feel too much. It still feels different when it doesn't feel the way for me in Cold War. It feels like you play zombies to get things. I never play zombies to get stuff. I play zombies to chill and vibe, have a good time. I don't see why that being an option is a bad thing though.
But the thing is, in Cold War it isn't an option. I guess in the sense that like you need stuff for zombies, but like you can still just hop in and have a fun game of zombies. We've done that plenty of times on Cold War. We've had just games where we've hopped in, we've chilled, we've just vibed, and we've also had games where we've hopped in and we've had a goal and we've been leveling guns and we've been grinding.
The issue there is that in Cold War you have to get to that point. You need to get to the point where you can just play and chill. Where you have perks leveled, you've got some guns ranked up, you have guns with good levels, you have guns, you have like that gun category crystalled up. You need to get to that point.
I guess so, but I don't know if that's necessarily like a bad thing. And also, even if you don't have stuff leveled up, you can still just have like casual games of zombies.
But I'm just not with it. I'm just not with it, and it'll never feel right to me.
Alright, well, I'm not with you. You're cringe.
Well, you're here with me on the Pod of the Dead cast.
Pod of the Dead. Where we get into deep discussions about zombies, where we haven't
looked at the camera. I haven't looked at the camera, but I've been looking like right at you.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. They feel left out. They feel left out of this conversation. And I have to tell you guys that we're sorry. Oh my god.
What?
The fucking headphone cords were in front of the camera.
You mean the microphone cords? Second time he's done that.
I'm losing it.
Getting too deep you're getting lost in the sauce, bro.
Cold War's fucking me up. I hate it. I'm too angry.
I don't get it. This guy's weird. This guy's weird. He thinks that Cold War is bad. I don't think that's a weird opinion. I think a lot of people don't like Cold War.
I think it's bad. I just think that it isn't what zombies should be. Now, obviously, like, the people who make the game will probably disagree. And, like, that's whatever. But that never was what it was to me.
Yeah, I will say one thing that I think you gotta give Treyarch credit for, regardless, is that they got balls, basically, is what I'm saying.
Balls.
Because like every time we've had a zombies, you've got Treyarch zombies, and then you've got the other zombies, which are pretty much imitations of Treyarch zombies.
That's what I was saying, is that they will always try to be as good.
Yeah, and then Treyarch comes along, and they're just like, fuck all that, we're changing up the formula.
They've done the last couple of years, the last couple of tries, and like
Black Ops 4 though, they didn't go all the way with it.
BO4, they were like too nervous to run all the way and then tripped and fell.
And then they were like, hey, this was bad, but we've got some good ideas here. Let's extend this.
Cold War wasn't shit.
Cold War was the logical extension of BO4.
As much as I will like shit talk Cold War for not being what I think it should have been, or not being what I feel Zombies is, it isn't bad. It's a fine game. I enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
It just I cannot like whenever we always rank stuff, when we always would put Cold War against the other maps, you always felt really weird about putting it in the same tier. Or you putting it in the same list.
It is different, but I think I've kind of like, I don't know. I've gotten a little bit past that.
Like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
It does not feel the same. When even BO3, after changing so much, still felt like it was Zombies.
That is true. There is definitely a different feel to it. Everything, even BO4 has that feel, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I played very little. But
yeah, like when you play BO4,
BO4 felt like
when you play BO4, it does have that kind of like level of cohesion. And a big thing I think is like the operator system. The operator system is dog shit in Cold War. I hate it.
Yeah, because it makes it feel so weird, and there's no like there's no thought in the characters. It's just and then they make a line.
Yeah, one of the things that I've thought about with Cold War is the game would be so much better if if Weaver and like Gray and all of them were just the characters of the maps.
Give them characters. Jesus Christ.
I mean, they have.
I think that I might like Cold War like straight up. A big thing for me might be that.
That is pretty big. If they were playable characters in all of the maps, and then in Mauer you would have like Kravchenko and stuff as the characters.
Well, they just didn't have the shitty operator system of you pick the guy that you think is cool. However, you want to know why they did that? Because it's fucking marketable.
Yeah.
You can be like, do you want me Maxis? Mommy Maxis?
And we fell right into that trap.
Right fucking into it. We bought that shit up quick.
Yeah.
But
I don't regret it for my mommy.
I don't get a damn thing. However, if they just like gave us like if they gave us 4 people, gave them lines, gave them relevant dialogue, had the back characters being the people who were talking, and then in fucking at the end of Firebase, like you do the Easter egg, and then it like it's some shit like the same way they did with Moon. One of the 4 characters dies, and Maxis takes your place.
Dude, something that I thought would have been really cool, which I thought about, is you know how on Firebase Z, Maxis comes out of the like Dark Aether portal at the end?
Yeah.
What if they did something with it like they did with Blood of the Dead, where one of the characters, I don't know how exactly they would do it, but similar to Blood of the Dead at the end of the Easter egg, how one of the characters comes out as Richtofen, Maxis becomes a playable character after she comes out of the Dark Aether.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're...
One of the 4 characters who you are dies, and then whoever's playing that person comes back as Maxis.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny that you thought Blood, I thought Moon. Because you know how on Moon you do the Easter egg and then it's like, hey yo, Samantha and Richtofen, flipped now. You Samantha.
Yeah, that is true.
That's what I thought. Which in fairness, Moon, good job. That's cool. That's a cool ass idea.
Yeah. I was thinking about it too much, and then I just kind of got lost in what you were saying.
I got lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce a little bit. Lost in the sauce.
But that yeah, if they because it just doesn't. It feels too corporate with all the characters just going out of ammo.
Undead bagged.
Yeah.
Tagged another one.
Like
that is the one thing that I absolutely hate about Cold War Zombies.
It's like it feels lifeless.
It sucks, yeah. It's rough.
That's what I think is it all feels lifeless.
I don't think it all feels lifeless, but I think
no. I think most of it feels lifeless, if I'm being honest. But what is entirely lifeless is the operator system. There is like no thought into it. They were like, oh shit, we're out of time.
I don't think that was even an out of time thing. The operator system wasn't out of time.
I said that. I was like, fuck, that isn't what they're doing. Activision just wanted to make it marketable. They were like, god damn it, we can't do guns anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck, shit, fuck, operator.
Yeah, because then if you don't have the operator, see what I don't get what they didn't do is like they should have given us the option to have the playable characters. If they wanted to like let you still use your operator, like if you bought someone cool and you're in Zombies and you're like, I want to play as this guy, I want to be cool Dark Aether Crystal Man, then you can and you do that, but then have the default be the characters of the map. Have that be like a setting or something.
They could make they could give you your 4 people and then make operators specifically for zombies.
Yeah, that would have been
characters in the game so you can float people in and experience different dialogue. That would have been fucking sick.
That's something that they did in World War II Zombies, is they had unlockable like different operators that you could choose from and play as.
And did they all interact differently than everybody else?
Yeah, they had like different interactions and stuff, and there was like new story stuff.
Cool. That's so cool.
That's something that they did in World War II, which I remember, which I always thought was a cool thing, and that's something they absolutely could have done in Cold War and taken advantage of.
That would have been so fucking cool if they did that.
Yeah, because like, yeah, that's in World War II. See, that's one of those things that I look back on and I'm like, World War II, for all of its many like flaws and issues that it has, it did some stuff that was really sick, like having unlockable operators and shit.
Unlockable operators is a top tier idea.
It's really cool, and they did it, and they could have done that in Cold War. And they did.
If y'all they could have just even made him buyable. I don't care. If you add in Maxis and then Maxis starts saying some shit that's hype.
Yeah, if there's like actual relevance and she has like dialogue, and then you've got other zombies characters and there's interactions and stuff.
You can buy Weaver. Weaver's a character. You can do all. Just buy these boys and have them be relevant characters. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
But they didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't.
This is something I will agree with you on. It is bad. I don't like it.
It all doesn't feel like it all feels wrong.
And another thing that happens is if you play as Maxis or as like Weaver or someone, it breaks the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. Like something that I found funny is Milo, Mr. Waffle Waffles. He had the ending of Mauer der Toten, the like cutscene, ruined for him a little bit because he was playing as Maxis, and then it fucked with the story because it was like, okay, Maxis goes into the Dark Ether, she's gone now, and then in the cutscene you're like interacting with Ravenov and he's like flying you off. You're like exfilling and it's your operator, and it was Maxis there. And he was just like, oh, Maxis is there. I guess this is like a prelude to the... Prelude? Whatever. It's like a... It's like...
He's British. He would say prelude. He would say that.
So he was like, is this like before she like goes in and like sacrifices herself or whatever? And then Maxis was just there in the cutscene and it like broke his immersion to it.
Yeah.
That's bad. That shouldn't be a thing that happens in your game.
That shouldn't be a thing. It's just... it's bad.
With that being said, personally, I like most of the other aspects of Cold War. I think the like gameplay and the in-game progression especially is really good. The like external like crystals and stuff, I enjoyed that progression. I thought it was good. I like that. Clearly, we disagree on that.
I enjoyed it for a bit, and then it all just like fell apart for me.
After you lost your account?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Jack like lost his Cold War. I don't know if we've talked about that too much.
Before,
we probably mentioned it, but yeah, Jack got his account like destroyed. It got like lost or something.
Yeah, I lost my Cold War account, and I was happy to do the grinding once, and then I just didn't want to do it again.
That is fair. I mean, to be fair, that isn't a situation that's going to happen to a whole lot of people. Yeah. But if you do like have account issues,
and I'm not going to blame Cold War. I'm not going to be like Cold War Zombies is shit. So I lost my account, and I don't want to grind it again. Now
I will say, an issue that there is, which I think is more with Activision, is the support for it is garbage.
Yeah, I tried to do it, and it was like you have to fully disconnect your account from a thing. However, you couldn't disconnect the account unless you haven't unlinked it in the past fucking year. And if I hadn't done that, and then I was like, oh, I'll call them. I was like, oh, I can't because they're closed. And then that was like 3 months ago. I haven't called them since. But it's so difficult. Just don't fuck up my account. Just don't fuck up. How hard? I like spent money. I had bought battle passes. I bought the Maxis pack and I lost it. It was gone. It did not stay with my account. Like even if I kept that shit, I'm less mad. I don't lose the money. I don't lose the battle pass experience because I had bought like all the battle passes up to that point. I had completed most of them, and they're just gone. And I don't care enough at this point to go get it back.
Yeah, which not really a Cold War problem. That's more an Activision problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame Cold War. Blame Cold War Zombies about all that shit being bad. But I think that it like. When I've played, right, a lot of it's been like Sky just trampling shit because you playing a game that's grindable, and when the game is grindable, you just trample it every time.
That is true. People who are watching this from the main channel, which, let's be frank, it's everyone right now.
But
you get it.
You just trample it, which is fine. I don't mind it, but I don't trample it. I trample some things, I guess, but I don't really do it. I don't do it with a lot of games. And so I kind of, while you can get the experience of just this is how it's supposed to work, like I don't. Like I see it from a bit of a different perspective. In the same way that like Tombstone or just the game in general, I don't know how much things have changed. I know Tombstone got changed. I remember we talked about that. But how fucking dumb it was that like his Tombstone was broken. It did not work. Because
that is true.
You would drop it, and then you'd come back to pick up the thing, your shit that you left, and then it cost $28K that you had, but then couldn't buy it for some reason, and I don't get it.
Yeah, it like bugged out, which was
bugged
kind of
out,
weird.
and then even then, so you die, you come back, you don't have anything, but everything, the way everything, like you can't. Never mind, taking it back. But the way that like you lose all your salvage, right? Or do they change that?
I don't know if they changed that. I don't think they have.
For the sake of this conversation, assume you lose all your salvage. You're fucked. You are a fucked individual. You can't do shit. And like you're just left behind. And you know, I haven't criticized it in a while, but I don't like the point system because you cannot just like kind of run around. Like it was always a way that you could do that. If you died and lost everything, couldn't get shit back, maybe you didn't have a lot of points, you could just run around your shit with a pistol. You gain enough points, hit the box. Maybe you get a gun that does more, that has more bullets. Buy jug. Fucking sweet cola. Another mystery box hit. Boom, another gun. Pack a punch. You're set.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Cold War. You just can't.
That is true. That's something that's just kind of like an issue with it, is like the recovery system if you're in co-op is not as good.
Dog shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
And like it always like it never felt right with me. It never sat right with me the way that it worked because it was bad.
Yeah, I think we should probably wrap up now.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We will talk about Crowley next time.
Crowley next time?
Yeah.
We're talking about Crowley next time.
Remember there was like high round stuff, which it's my job to keep track of.
That's your job.
We'll talk about it next time though. It's interesting stuff, but
we'll talk about Crowley next time. We'll talk about the custom map of the week next time.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about ranking these Coca-Colas.
Yeah, I guess we're doing.
Time.
I guess we're doing that now.
We're doing it. And we'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah. And yeah, maybe more stuff will happen. There'll be more Vanguard leaks or something. We'll briefly talk about those, and then this guy will get mad at me or something, and then he'll like punch me, and then we'll yell about Cold War.